Hello, welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're going to do part 6 of our SERPA Holster problems test. So far in our SERPA Holster evaluation series, we've been working on drop legs. Our intention as we finish up drop legs is then to move to the duty offset, which will put the pistol up a little bit higher up our leg. And then, of course, all the belt mounted models, be they both the belt slide and the paddle. Today we're testing the drop leg with a quick disconnect system. The quick disconnect system is a system from Blackhawk that allows you to move your pistol holster from one platform to another. For example, if you want to take it off this drop leg platform and then move it to, say, your armor platform where it sits up here, or your duty belt rig where it sits right about here, you've got that option. What we're doing today is a testing to see how that system interfaces with the SERPA holster and if that creates any potential problems. When using the quick disconnect system in conjunction with a drop leg SERPA holster, the first problem I encountered was very simple in establishing the firing grip. I come down, I grab the pistol, and right here my thumb hits the release latch for the quick disconnect system. So when I'm grabbing the pistol with force, I'm literally driving my thumb into it. It's not a pleasant feeling. I'll get used to it and I can train around it, and I've already started to be honest, but it's a rude surprise. So that's the first strike against this. For this particular evaluation, we've chosen to use the Beretta M9/Beretta 92 pistol. And one of the advantages that's going to give us is the safety system of the Beretta. I can have the gun off safe with the hammer back. Should we encounter a situation where my finger is hitting the trigger on the draw stroke, not only should we hear a click when the hammer falls, but we'll have the visual reference of the hammer falling too. In this next iteration here, I'm going to be pulling up on the holster as hard as I can without activating the release, just to see how difficult it is to get the pistol out and how that affects the situation. The pistol is still cocked, so if I do hit the trigger, we should hear a click plus see the hammer fall. Let's try that again. I've tried this several times. It doesn't seem to be an issue. From the side this time for another angle. Pulling up as hard as I can and trying to get the pistol out of the holster. One of the things about the SERPA system is the harder you pull up on it, the more it makes the release system dig in and not disengage. Pretty much if you're in that situation, you're pulling up, remember to push down and then release, and it'll be a lot easier. But basically, I'm pulling up for all I'm worth. I can press on that button as hard as I want. It's not coming out until I release the pressure against it. Let's try a few more draw strokes with an overhead view. Okay, you saw a little hiccup there. I didn't quite release the trigger release all the way, but even then my finger has never hit the trigger in all these evolutions. Here we have an example of the thumb jam I've talked about. Right there. My thumb's hard up against that tab where the release is, but I haven't got a full firing grip on the pistol. And that's probably because I got some pretty big sized hands. So you got to, when you grab the pistol, kick your thumb out a little bit further. So it is a little bit of a training issue when you use this quick disconnect system versus using the conventional Blackhawk holster. For comparison's sake, I moved over to the standard Blackhawk Level 2 SERPA for the Beretta M9 drop legs setup. So as you can immediately see from the top view, there's not as much offset. The next thing you notice, as soon as my firing grip is established, my thumb is not jamming into anything. So that makes this a much more comfortable holster setup to use than the quick disconnect system. And there you have it. I've been practicing all day. I've done a lot of draws. I got a lot of video of me doing this, and I haven't had any incidents. I also don't have any indications that the QDS system for the holster is affecting its function in any way, shape, or form. Pretty much the only drawback I can see is my thumb is getting really sore because as I drive down to grab a firing grip, my thumb just jams right into the top of the quick release knob where one of the latches is. It's kind of a bad placement on Blackhawk's part. I think they kind of made a design engineering mistake there, and hopefully they'll correct it on future versions. But that is the only drawback I can find to the QDS, and so far as from my evaluations, I cannot tell that it's having an adverse impact on the functionality of the holster. We hope you enjoyed this edition of Pegasus Test. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in for future SERPA holster test videos.